Clark here. Welcome to my little video thing. We have a special occasion coming up this week. I thought it'd be cool to try to do some video stuff to kick things off. It's something I've been meaning to do for a while. I write. I'm all over the internet, pretty much. You might recognize me from some of my articles at some awesome websites. You might recognize me from my face on videos you saw on Facebook of me eating really weird food. I'm not going to do either of those things today. However, there is something that doesn't happen quite that often. New video game system release, new Nintendo system especially, as you can tell from the decorations behind me. Nintendo's pretty much my thing. And I've been playing through and reviewing the Switch for the last week for ZAM. So make sure to check out my full written review for those of you who still read instead of just watching these video things. And tomorrow you'll find my review for a little something that I can't talk to you about quite yet, called The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I have the full review up for that tomorrow as well. But today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Switch. I know a lot of people are excited to finally get their hands on it. This is the first new Nintendo system we've had in some time. Nintendo is calling it a home console, so it plugs up right up against your TV. And so first we'll give you a look at what that looks like. So here we have the Switch dock. So this is the thing that hooks up and plugs into your TV. If you open it in the back, this is pretty cool. I like this. There's a little compartment in the back. That's where your USB plug, AC adapter, HDMI out go. And you can plug the cords in here. Cords fit nice, neat in the back. Pretty cool. There's not a whole lot. We'll get to this part. Don't worry. There's not really a whole lot to the dock. Pretty light. They're expensive. If you want to buy a dock by itself, oh, there are two USB ports over here. Forgot about those little dingies. They're expensive. If you want to buy a dock outside from the main package, and it does come in with that, they're $90 with an extra USB and HDMI out. All right, extra USB and AC adapter. I don't know, it kind of, you can't really see it very well, but there is a little Nintendo Switch logo on here, but it kind of disappears in front of the TV. Can't really, doesn't light up, doesn't really do anything. There's a little green power light that lights up, but it doesn't power on when it's charging, which is odd. But that's the dock. So next, what most people are probably the most excited to see, here's the Nintendo Switch itself. Tablet, touchscreen, doohickey on the bottom where it plugs into the dock, headphone jack up top, power button, it's on, volume right here, little part. So this is something new for home consoles for Nintendo at least, and by new I mean Nintendo 64, old. Back to game cards. So the game cards go right up in there. And yeah, so that's the basic Switch. Oh, I forgot one cool thing. This is something I actually really like. There's a little stand in the back. So what it lets you do is set this up into what Nintendo's calling tabletop mode. I am holding it. It's not magically just balancing there by itself. What Nintendo's calling tabletop mode, and I took this out to a Starbucks last week when I was reviewing it. And it was actually really fun. I didn't think tabletop mode was going to be something to necessarily write home about or whatever you do when you're videoing and not writing. But tabletop mode's pretty cool. It's not something that, there's a whole lot of opportunities for. It's still a cool idea. Something to think about. Don't underestimate it. But so that's the dock itself. Next up, this is the Joy-Con. This is Nintendo's new Super Nintendo named controller. NOA sent me the red and blue one. It also comes in gray. So these two little things are the Joy-Con themselves, and this is the grip. Hold these in your hands like so. I'm not wearing the straps. I don't use the straps. The straps are a pain, and I don't like them that much. Though they do make these buttons a little bigger if you're playing with it like this. But so these are the Joy-Cons. I like how they fit in my hands. I like the plastic they use for them. They're a little small, but they remind me of the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, which I really liked. And this is something that I've wanted Nintendo to do forever, and I'm pretty sure they took my idea, because I've been saying this since the GameCube, and if I had my Wavebird, I'd pull it out and show you. But I've always wanted, whenever I played with the Wavebird, I'd always said, wow, wouldn't it be really cool if Nintendo just took the controllers apart, got rid of the middle section of the Wavebird, and you just had a part of it in each hand. I, at the time, said connected by plasma because I was, 12 and thought that was what hip, cool controllers would look like in the future. Instead, we got wireless. Problem with the Joy-Cons, they're small. I'll get into that in a bit, but I have had some hand cramping and pain in my right hand using the Joy-Con. But that's what they look like. Now here's what else they do. Boom! Portable mode. This is definitely where the Switch shines the most. It's definitely where it's the most comfortable. Also not perfect, still had some pain and problems. But I was initially skeptical of this whole let's take console games and take them on the go, because I like having my Wii U, I like having my 3DS, I kind of like having those two different gaming worlds separate, and this was bringing them together. But it is cool. It is cool to take Zelda and pop it out in Starbucks, and Starbucks did not pay promotional ad for this video, I promise you. However, as I said, the Switch was provided by Nintendo. But it is cool. It is cool to take Zelda and have, console quality games on the go. That is a pretty cool thing. But yeah, and then you come back home, slide it right back in there. That's what it looks like all put together. But now let me get to probably my biggest issue. So you can see you can slide the Joy-Con in the Joy-Con grip, which also comes in the controller. From everyone's favorite Joy-Con dog. The problem, however, is this grip. I play video games a lot. I play video games for a living, I play video games for fun, sometimes both of them at the same time. But this controller, I can't even use the Joy-Con grip anymore. It gave me really bad hand cramping and arm pain to the point where I'm still having it a bit. So yeah, I stopped using that, and that's a problem. I haven't gotten to play the Pro Controller yet, but I'm hoping that's better. But what this means is that there's really no perfect, completely comfortable way to play the Switch, which is a problem looking forward. The other thing is, yeah, we got Mario, we got Zelda coming this year. I will say, Nintendo's indie presentation yesterday, phenomenal, but long term, the game lineup, it's not that great. It's launching with fewer games than both the Wii and the Wii U launched with. So that's something to think about. I'm going to say the same thing I said in my written review, and again, please go check that out, but not yet. I don't think I don't think Switch is something you have to rush out and buy immediately. There's some cool things, there's some potential there, but there's still a lot more we need to see from the system, and there's still, this is kind of crazy, there's still a lot we don't know about the system. We don't know about how it's online is going to work yet. We'll be able to test that out soon. There's the smartphone app and paid functionality and stuff like that they still have to tell us about. But anyways, thank you for listening. This has been Willie talking about the Nintendo Switch. Here's another lovely thumbnail picture. There you go. And yeah, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. I think I did that right. And hopefully you'll be seeing more of these from me in the future. See ya! Hey everyone, Willie Clark here. Welcome to my first little YouTube video thing. Got some things we're going to talk to you about today. Things. This is awful. What the fuck am I doing? I'm talking to a goddamn camera. Let's start over. Hey everyone. Video on nope. Messed that up. Video things. I did not get, like, I can't even use, the Joy-Con grip anymore. Watching these video things, read my article, I can't even use the Joy-Con grip anymore.